Hello, friends. Reporting live from Nutraharmony. I kind of always wanted to say that. Reporting live. Well, I officially open a competition, so to speak. I've been calling our community a wisdom or wellness and wisdom community. I would like to invite everyone to participate, and perhaps together, putting our beautiful minds to work, we can come up with something cooler. So, as of now, it is wellness and wisdom. I do feel that wellness has been maybe just a teeny bit overused, and if we can come up with something more cooler, that'd be great, right? My name is Juliana, and this session is especially for women 35 and up who've ever felt like, why am I tired and wired? Why am I snapping over nothing? Why does my body feel different, right? I think the sneaky thing about it, being a woman over 35 myself, it doesn't happen all overnight. It kind of happens steadily over some time. Sometimes you wake up and you have bad mood. Before you know it, it's every day. You wake up and it's getting harder to lose weight. You get brain fog once every couple of months, but then it's once every month, and then it gets harder and harder to feel like yourself. But because it's a progress, it is not like a flipping of a switch where one day you wake up and it's a totally different you. But 1 to 2 years into it, you wake up one day and you do realize, what happened to me? Who is this person looking at me in the mirror? Because I don't know who she is. If you've ever felt that way, first of all, my hug. I am in the same boat, but that also gives us opportunity because we are in control of our minds, thoughts, bodies, emotions more than we like to think. So that means we can change it. We can carve out, so to speak, our own path, our own way. And the way to do so is to prepare and adjust for a new season in our life. So you're not alone. You are not broken. We're going to talk about what happens to hormones, energy, mood, and sleep as we get older, and simple ways to feel more like yourself again naturally. There's always a thing that I mentioned throughout the live, and especially in the beginning. If you are on any type of medication, if you have any type of diagnosis, I want you to speak to your doctor first before you make any adjustment changes, before you start taking a new supplement. This is not a joke, right? We are going to be conscious adults about it, and we'll always speak to a medical professional because there may be drug interactions. If you start taking supplements without talking to your doctor, or perhaps something that may be good for most may be bad for you with your certain type of diagnosis. So please do not ignore it. Everything I mentioned today is in the carousel below, and if you're watching live, I have a fun thing at the end where I've added a new segment where I introduce you to some of the cool people that I get my knowledge from. And so you guys can search it up, look, enjoy, do your own research, get to know your own bodies. We don't gatekeep. I share everything from my experience to knowledge to the people that I listen and respect. Okay, let's get started. Again, welcome. We still have people watching the live with muted sound, which is regretful. I'd like everyone to hear us. So I always like to put a little message in the chat. The chat is right in front of me. So please, first of all, let me know where you're tuning in from. Second of all, participate, ask your questions, perhaps give us a suggestion. Some of the best ideas I've gotten were from communicating and talking to you guys, because you are incredible and you are out there also living the truth, right? Struggling or overcoming every day. So anything that you can share with the group, please do. Don't forget to click the heart button on the bottom right or wherever it is on your screen. This is a great way to let me know that you are enjoying the live. It also kind of triggers Amazon to invite more people into the room. You can press it as many times as you like. Amazon doesn't limit. Don't forget to follow and set up notifications. That will allow you to know every time we go live, which is pretty awesome because we get to talk about some cool things here. All right, so now that we got some of the working stuff out of the way, today for our first segment, we'll talk about wired but tired. Right? We hear that a lot when you are finally done, dishes, kids are sleeping, the dog is walked, dishes are in the dishwasher, the machines are drying, washing, do whatever you need to do. We sit down on the couch, and what happens? We feel too awake, almost as if you try to go lay down to bed and you just tussle and turn, so you end up getting out of it. And unfortunately, most of us, what do? We grab our phones and we start scrolling. So we'll call it, why do the hormones get out of sync? Hormones don't just impact our fertility, they affect how you sleep, how you think, how you feel, and respond to stress. And the worst part about it, I guess the biggest impact that we get during perimenopause is that it could start years before actual menopause, right? So it could be 10, 12. I've even heard of cases of 15 years of perimenopause. That means that in between stage, you're not in your exact fertile years, but you're not in menopause yet, meaning your period is over. You're in limbo. You're here, you're there, and the symptoms can be driving you mad, like madness. It could be insane. So perimenopause can start years before menopause and bring daily imbalances you did not expect. Today, we're mentioning a couple of cool products. We'll do perimenopause complex, and I'm going to go over it in detail because I haven't had a chance yet to go deep into it. But perimenopause complex, we have it first. I try to organize the products in the order that I mentioned them, but sometimes it's a little bit out of whack. So it's a complete 25-in-1 blend to support estrogen, progesterone, and adrenal shift. Right? Those are the three main goals of the product. I'll go into detail in a minute. Let me just mention what else we have in here. We have cortisol support, which is an adaptogenic herb to balance stress response and reduce emotional crashes. Rather, I wanted to say crises, but it won't address crises. It's more so crashes. Ceylon cinnamon gummies supports blood sugar balance and hormone-related metabolism changes, and it's already proven that the more your insulin goes up and down, the more damage you're going to do to your body later in life. And that has to do with everything from your heart to your brain, as well as cortisol, meaning our stress hormone. The more you allow it to run rampage through your body, the more you're going to pay later on. And now that we're over 35, some of us maybe in early 40s, maybe we even have ladies here in the 50s. First of all, we love you. You paved the way. I can't even imagine how horrible it must have been for my mom, and even so for my grandmother. We are still being ignored. We go to our OBG primary or OBGYN and we complain of all these symptoms in perimenopause, and how many women get dismissed? You're just getting old. Start crawling onto a cemetery, right? Because that's how it feels. When do you ever see someone going to a doctor and saying, hey, I have these set of symptoms, I have this problem, and instead of saying, hi, I can make it better, or here, let's try this, the doctor tells you, part of life, just that's it is what it is, deal with it. It's awful, it's horrible. So my heart goes out to you. Any suggestion, any hacks you have, we'll take them. We love you. You pave the way. But we today, because of technology, because of incredible things like going live, even on Amazon, we have the opportunity to A, connect, B, talk to each other, and C, of course, exchange information. And that's our power when women stand together. So remember, we want to address the daily stress, which we can use adaptogens for, and we want to support our blood sugar level. We don't want our insulin going up and down. And of course, none of these beautiful products that I'm going to be showing you today will work if you still don't make adjustments that may seem extreme in your life, like sugar, like sleep. There's many things that you could do on your own, even without taking any supplements, that will have a tremendous impact on your life. Will you feel a difference in one day? Absolutely not. It has a compounding effect, so you need consistency. Just like for 35 years you've been eating sugar and you're used to it and it's been doing damage, same way in reversal. It's going to take a little time, but I promise once it works, and it's going to be absolutely worth it, because the quality of your mind, your soul, and your body will be going, right? Okay. And yes, I hear myself. I know there's a reason why I said salt, because there is no way where a body that's been damaged, battered by from everything, diet to no exercise, no sleep, slowly destroying itself, to a mind that's been also going through the same thing. That poor soul in there lives in there. It's its home, which hasn't been taken care of. And then we see angry, short fused women, with these awful videos. Every time I see these videos, first of all, I feel horrible, horrible on the inside. And I feel incredible sympathy for the human condition that so many years we were ignored. So many women are still being ignored with perimenopause symptoms and the awful things that it could do to your body. Sometimes you don't even belong to yourself. You just go on the rampage, just like that insulin in your body. So, perimenopause complex, cortisol support, Ceylon cinnamon gummies, and last but not least, a super strong antioxidant rich formula that supports hormone detox and healthy aging. And the correct name for it, hopefully I'm not going to butcher it completely, resveratrol blend. And of course, we'll go through each one. We'll start the perimenopause complex, and then this one particular I'll go into detail. I have highlighted it for you ladies. Again, it is a 25 in 1 blend which supports for every stage of hormonal change. So let's talk about what actually happens in our bodies during perimenopause and why this supplement is such a helpful companion. Hormone changes during your late 30s to your 50s don't follow a script. That's the thing about it. Estrogen levels rise and fall unpredictably. And with that comes symptoms like hot flashes, fatigue, mood swings, sleep disruption, vaginal dryness, and even gut imbalances. The worst part of it all is there's no one single test that can take it and tell you, hey, you are officially in perimenopause. Because in the morning you may take your blood will show one thing, in the afternoon it will show another. Today you had a good day, at night you are having a bad night. So it's all over the place, and that's what's awful about it. What makes this 25 in 1 blend stand out is that it addresses multiple symptoms, not just estrogen, right? We hear a lot about estrogen, but that isn't the only issue. This formula combines some of the most trusted herbs in women's wellness. We have black cohosh, donku, chesterberry, red clover, and maca root, each known for supporting natural hormonal balance, calming mood swings, and helping your body adapt with more grace and ease. These aren't trendy add-ins. These are botanicals that have been used for centuries. Somewhere during the 50s and 60s, we got so focused on cars, TVs, and we started living so well in middle class America that we snipped that connection to our great great grandmothers that knew about those herbs, that passed that knowledge from generation to generation. We lost it, unfortunately, and now it's finally finding its way back. So I encourage you, talk to your grandmother, talk to your great grandmother, talk to the oldest female relative that you have. Find out, what did they use, what was recommended, what did they say. I promise you, it's how that old book of recipe that your grandma passes on to you at some point, or perhaps allows you to copy some recipes from there. This is the same thing. It's just generational wisdom that's passed on from one to another. And these botanicals have been used for centuries, centuries. What's unique here is the inclusion of prebiotics and probiotics, specifically the MACTRAC and FOS, which support our gut and vaginal microbiome, both of which can be disrupted during this phase of life. Many women don't realize that bloating, irregular digestion, and reoccurring discomfort down there can actually be hormone related. So, this formula helps rebalance from inside out, which is super unique and I think it's awesome. And yes, it's made in the US with globally sourced ingredients and held to a high standard. Non GMO, it is soy free, gluten free, and dye free. This is a real support for women, no fluff, just thoughtfully designed care for the seasons you are in. And we'll take a look here. I always encourage you, ladies, and if we have any gentlemen watching, I always encourage you to, if you're testing any supplements or you're testing any theory, be it a diet, anything mood wise, your depression, I always encourage you to start a little diary slash journal where you can jot down just something simple. It doesn't have to be elaborate. You could just put your name, the date, what happened, and then according to what you're trying to track, you put that. So I'm still trying. I am 38, so I'll be 40 in 2 years, and I've been tracking my symptoms as far as perimenopause. I do have some female cancers in my history, so there's certain reasons why, so as of 35, I've been like a hawk watching myself and trying to understand, am I here yet or not? So hence, I haven't started this one yet, but I am experiencing awful mood swings. My period used to be, you could set clock to it. Now it's super irregular. So I'm thinking I am, but I'm still tracking. Hence, I haven't tried the menopausal supplements myself yet. I don't have them open, but because I always like to show you everything in detail, I'll open it together with you. Let me just grab a little scissor. I feel like if a supplement is not well made, meaning if it has an awful odor or it's not easy to take, or maybe something else could be off about it, then you just won't take it, right? I mean, how many times are you going to use willpower? Not every time you need to take a supplement, so it needs to be made well. Okay, so we've got a beautiful 60 caplets. You got two. You need to take 2 as a serving, so that's a 30-day supply, which is awesome, which should have you just about enough to start feeling a difference. It is beautifully sealed. Let's take a look inside. I don't know why I always have such trouble opening these jars. It's not working with me. Okay, awesome. We are in, ladies. Okay, so first, very, very interesting, a little bit of a tart scent, but herbal. It is capsules. They have a beautiful yellow color. They're about the regular size. We do have some capsules that are slightly smaller, but there are also bigger ones. So bright, beautiful, like a mustard, not a bright mustard yellow color, packed to the rim. They look very cute. Smell delicious, and I think this is the serving size, absolutely doable. Okay, so we'll do our top 5 questions before, or you know what, let's go through each product, then we'll do top 5 questions. So perimenopause complex, and today I gave you whole the whole thing behind it. And remember, it is super unique because it does come with pre and probiotics, meaning it comes with the good bacteria and the food to feed it. So this is super cool because it's also going to address your gut. And now we know that some people even go as far as to say that our gut controls everything, not our brain. So cool thing. Next in line that we have is, of course, cortisol support. Where is it? Right here. If your daily stress is not properly managed, then we have and issue. Okay, so this same size capsule, there is 60 capsules, and you need to take one as a serving. The color is like a light beige slash gray. Simple to take, one a day. 60 capsules equals 60 days support. So you have 60 days, 2 months. Beautiful. I always like to double check if there's any additional recommendation. The only thing that I would be on the lookout here for is this one has some L-theanine and ashwagandha. So if you take those separately, just double check on the daily limit and do not exceed, right? Also has magnesium oxide. So just double check. And of course, the basis is B6 and B12. We talk a lot about B vitamins and why they are super important. So cortisol support. I also included for you, let's see, is it in order? Where are my beautiful Ceylon gummies? Order disorder. I hope there's some order in this chaos. Here, these are the next. So these are the Ceylon cinnamon gummies, which support the blood sugar balance and hormone related metabolism changes. There are 60 gummies, and you take 2 a day, so that's a 30-day supply. Check them out. Tasty. I don't have them in on hand, but I should be getting them soon. They are sugar-free, of course. They're meant to manage it, not add to the problem. And based on berberine, turmeric, and ashwagandha. Of course, there's also bitter melon and psyllium. So energy, heart support, and this one is good for men and women. But since we're focusing kind of our live and talk around women today, but I just want to mention if you are getting it, it's also a great addition to a men's routine. Okay, next we've got a antioxidant rich formula. Where is it? You know what would be cool? If I had like a clicker, I remember when I was already in high school and in college, the professors had those long, why is my thing such a mess? Let me find it. So if I could have a clicker to go from product to product, but I think it's super important that I don't leave you to your own device to try and find the product that I'm talking about. I always like to highlight it for you so you know exactly what I am talking about. Is this it? Let me take a look. Hold on. No, this is our sleep blend. Sorry. Okay, let me find it here and then it's going to be easier. I also added some cool combos for you guys. Okay, I don't see it, but we'll come back to it. I don't want to hold you waiting for me too long. We'll come back to this one. But that's the beauty of a live. While you're watching, you can absolutely click on the product, check out the description, and come back. Okay, awesome. You know what? Let's move on. I'll find it later on. Okay, let me know if you have any questions on the perimenopausal complex. I think if you have answered to yourself honestly that you are there already, you can start. Just start. Top 5 questions that people ask. What is perimenopause and when does it start? Oh, I wish we had like an exact and direct answer for that. It's the phase before menopause and can begin in your late 30s. You may still get a period, but your hormones are shifting behind the scenes. Number two, what are the signs of hormonal imbalance? That's a great question. By the way, don't feel shy. Submit your questions in the chat. What are the first signs of hormonal imbalance? Great question. So, mood swings, irritability, fatigue, heavier or regular or irregular periods, and brain fog are common early signs. How does cortisol tie into the hormone imbalance? Hormone balance, rather. Elevated cortisol from stress can suppress other hormones like progesterone, leading to mood swings, sleep issues, and belly weight. So it's not bad enough that we're already experiencing these symptoms because of perimenopause. If you add stress on top of it, you are guaranteed to have a boom. And this is when we see these videos of women losing it, uh, it's usually women of a particular age. And I probably guarantee you 99.9% of them have simply neglected that part of their health. Can I take hormone support supplements daily? So, yes, most of these blends are made for daily use to gently support hormone rhythm over time. So, this is why it's important A, to stay consistent. B, take into consideration anything you're doing with your doctor already. So, if you are on any type of medication or you have any type of diagnosis, you need to confirm with your doctor. I would go as far as saying write down what you're planning to take. If you already have at home a bottle, take it into the office, let the doctor know, hey, this is what I'll be doing in addition to whatever you're recommending. Do cinnamon or resveratrol really help with hormones? So both help regulate metabolism and inflammation, which play a big role in balancing hormones naturally. Hence the beautiful Ceylon cinnamon gummies. I think I have highlighted right now. Awesome. Please, this does not mean that you could take the regular cinnamon powder that we use for cooking and just take enough of tablespoons of it and you're going to feel better. You're going to have to eat a lot of cinnamon for that to work. Okay, before we move to our where did my energy go section in our daily vitality, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Let me know your name, and where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for the hearts. I see them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please heart if you're watching. Please heart the live. It is mandatory. You came in, say hello, like the live, ask your questions, put them in the chat. Okay, let's move on. So segment 2, where did my energy go? And wow, that was like a number one problem for me for a long time. So that drained, sluggish, what was I doing again? Feeling is common but not normal. Let's talk about getting your energy and focus back. And I also want to mention that none of the supplements, no pills, nothing that a doctor can prescribe you will have you up and running like you are 15. You need to understand that now the older you get, the more effort and the more attention you need to put to your exercise, your sleep, and your diet. Those are the three essentials, right? Supplements, think of it as a chair with four legs. So we have sleep, diet, exercise, three, and supplements is only one of them. That'll be the fourth leg of your standing chair. But you need the sleep, you still need the exercise, and you still need the diet. Don't think that you could take one beautiful cortisol supplement and all stress goes away and you're going to feel amazing. That's not how it works. We are far more complicated than that. I hope by now you've learned that, especially us girls. Okay, so we have some product features. We have a women's multivitamin. Where is it? My beautiful multivitamin. Here it's part of a double. I actually found some cool bundles like this one here. It has the multivitamin and our biotin. So you get the overall making sure your body works plus biotin and collagen, meaning you get your beauty supplements too. I love that for you, me, and all the ladies. But just in case if you're looking for it on its own, check it out. This is the multivitamin for women. It covers daily gaps that impact energy, mood, and metabolism. It's so if you're starting, if you're absolutely new to the supplement game, you have no idea, you're just learning, but you already want to do something, start here. Start with a good, solid multivitamin, and this one is excellent. Check it out. Um, I want to mention there is an extra 20% that could be saved on your first subscribe and save order. So there are 90 capsules, and you take, let's check it out. I think I have it right here. I do. Let's just see. So I love subscribe and save. First of all, it's cheaper. Second of all, you'll always have all your supplements in stock. But this is how you would count. So we've got 90 capsules, and you take one capsule a day. So you got 90 days in here, which is 3 months, right? So you can set up a delivery every 3 months and save 20% on your first order, which is awesome. No, by the way, many people think that there's only a set rules, like you can only get redelivery every 3 months. No, you can get it as often as every 2 weeks, or as far away from each other as every 6 months. And each product could be, you could set up an individual delivery window for each product. So for example, multivitamin you can get every 3 months, biotin you can get every month, depending on the need, right? So that's the cool thing. And you get the 20% off on your first order. And I know that Amazon also gives you up to 10 to 15% on future orders. So if you are going on this health journey and you said, I will be making part of it, I will be making this part of my routine, then subscribe and save is the best financial decision. You'll save a lot on the first order, and you'll continue saving on all other orders. Let me show you the mulch. Ooh, this one has a lot of things. Still, the capsule is the same size. So it's not one of those gigantic. It does have a nice smell to it. I could definitely smell some. If you close it and just smell, it smells like a very hearty veggie soup, but not disgusting. So this is cool. My only recommendation, please do not take on an empty stomach, especially if you're sensitive. Take it with a meal. Let's see what they recommend. With water once daily, and don't exceed the recommended dosage. So again, if you are new to the supplement game, you're just looking to dabble, to get your feet wet, to get to know yourself, your body, and how it works, start with beautiful multivitamins for women. It's a great start. Take one. This is a 90-day supply, so you'll be good for 3 months. Do not take more than the recommended dosage. Пожалуйста, please don't do that. Otherwise, it is no good. More is never better. Any medicine, anything that's good for you can be turned into poison. It's all in the dosage. So please, there is a limited time deal on the product now. So check it out. Click on it, add it to cart, and coupon is 20% plus on top of the deal for subscribe and save. And again, you can set it up to get it every 3 months. Okay, next one. What do we have? B12 for our vital energy production and brain clarity. I have B vitamin complex, and where's my B12? Well, I like to make a little bit of a messy mess here. Did I? Biotin collagen. Okay. We've got the beautiful B. It tastes so good. It's just one of my favorite liquid drops. But I know that I also had, maybe I wanted to show you the beauty ones. Yeah, probably that. Okay. I take it out. Okay, so yeah, we have in capsules and in liquid form, which is amazing. Oh, here we are. I am going blind. Okay, so option one and option two. We have vitamin B complex and vitamin B12 on its own. So B12 drops, vital for energy production and brain clarity. Never tried them side by side. Now I'm thinking. This one I've tried, excellent quality, great taste, easy to take. Let's see where we are in our move. See here, we have vitamin B complex, which is this one. Beautiful. I think we've tried it together already on camera. It's that beautiful pink liquid. You can take it, put it straight in your mouth. Here, shake well before use. Take 1 ml and hold under the tongue for 30 seconds before swallowing, or you can dilute it into any beverage. But if you want to get the full benefit, put it under your tongue. If liquids are not your thing, you can't take it. By the way, this is sweet. It is a mixed berry flavor. It is delicious. But if you already have a routine, you take other capsules or tablets, maybe capsules will be easier for you. So you can grab yourself the beautiful capsules. Also, vitamin B complex. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We looked at it together. The only recommended to be consumed with the meal. So take 2 capsules with water once daily or as directed. There is 60 of them, 2 a day. That's 1 month supply, regular size, like a beautiful pastel yellow color. Look at that, regular size, 2 a day, 30-day supply. And this is especially cool if you already have a routine and you take certain medications or you take already other supplements. You can put them right in your pill box, side by side, and you'll make sure that you're ready to go. If you are new or if you do drops, which are definitely more potent, especially if you put them straight in the mouth, then these are excellent. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me double check. Are we getting any questions? Vitamin B12. I like to mix things up. Okay, of course, iron for women. It replenishes iron loss from periods and helps reduce fatigue. That was my number one problem, especially after I had my children. Every time I was right after, constant issue. And if you've ever been low on iron, you know exactly how it feels. You get cold feet, not enough energy. It's just awful, awful feeling. Here we have iron. The cool thing about this, it is slow release. It also has vitamin C, B12, and D3, which is excellent. It's a great little blend for energy, for overall feeling better. And it has a great antioxidant, which is vitamin C, and we want that. Okay, it is a smaller capsule. There are 60 capsules and you take 1 at a time. So 1 serving is 1. It is the smaller capsules. And it is a 60-day supply. Again, iron slow release. Capsules are even smaller than the regular size. Virtually no scent here. Has an awesome antioxidant, which is vitamin C, and of course B12 and D3 vitamins, which is awesome. Okay, next is something that we are all lacking, which is omega-3 fish oil. And this is for brain sharpness, heart health, and of course our joint comfort, right? We're talking about 35 and over. Time to take care of our bodies. Let me see where I have it here. My omega-3s. I wish I could say it and then some magical computer can pull up the product that I'm talking about. Omega-3. Come on. Here we go. I got you. I got you. I found some cool bundles where you can grab more than one, and I'll show you. So omega-3, there are 90 soft gels. Recommended dosage is 1 or 2 capsules at most. Don't take more. Here. So I think the top dosage is 3 soft gels. So if you take one, that's 90-day supply. If you take two, that's 45 days supply. And if you take three, there's 30-day supply. Soft gel size is a little bit bigger than a penny. I'm gonna get them in stock soon so I could show it to you. I'm gonna get them into my little studio and then we will take it apart. You know that we like to look under the hood, so to speak, and see how it smells, how it tastes. Okay, next is, we talked about them earlier, cinnamon gummies, which also help reduce energy dips from blood sugar crashes. Number one thing that you could do for your brain health, especially this will benefit you as you age and get older, is to help prevent those insulin crash up and down, meaning no added sugar, no sugar, but there's so much sugar all around already to begin with, so that you need to mitigate all the awful things that comes with it, which is especially energy dips from sugar crashes. And the way to do it is the beautiful cinnamon gummies. Let's see them. Here they are. Here they are. They knew I was looking for them. Top 5 questions that we have. Oh, we're going kind of slow today through the live. Why am I so tired, even after sleeping 8 hours? So first of all, sleep, as I said, is the number one pillar. Diet, number 2. Exercise, number 3. And then supplements is number 4. We stand on 4 pillars. Why am I so tired, even after sleeping for 8 hours? Could be low iron, B12, or hormonal shifts, all of which are common in your 30s and 40s. Question number 2, is it okay to take multivitamins and iron together? So yes, just be sure that the iron doesn't exceed your daily needs. What is better, liquid or capsule D3? So liquid D3 absorbs faster and it's great for people with low energy or digestive issues. Next, does omega-3 actually help with mental clarity? Yes, DHA in omega-3 supports brain function and memory, especially during hormonal changes. Why include cinnamon again? It helps balance sugar, and that's the key for keeping energy levels stable all day so that you don't have that up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Before we move to our, I don't know if we're going to have time. Before we move into not crazy, just hormonal, emotional balance, or maybe we'll go through these. So I promised you, and I've started the saffron. I don't know where I put it, but I've started saffron in my daily routine, and I am super excited to wait for the results. But you do need 3, 4, sometimes even 6 weeks. This is only 2 weeks, right? I will report back on how I feel, but it's shown in studies to lift mood and ease emotional eating during PMS or perimenopause. So not only will it lift the mood and the spirits, it will help you battle emotional eating, which is super, super helpful. So mood swings, irritability, crying at random, dog videos, hormones can mess with your emotions big time, but you don't have to white knuckle your way through. And saffron is one of the coolest. It's getting popular, so it almost feels like it's a new ingredient, but I promise you it's been around and has been used again for centuries, many, many years. Let me find it here in my disorganized lineup. Apparently, I was so happy to bring you so many things, so excited. I was like, well, let's add this, let's add that. Here it is. Saffron, definitely worth taking a look at. There's a lot of research and a lot of cool things that it shows. And again, I will report in like 2-3 more weeks on what I find about it and my personal experience. Next is cortisol support, which we've already been through. Another interesting and often overlooked ingredient is demonuse and the cranberry. Here we have it. often overlooked, but comfort in your urinary tract can directly impact mood and confidence. Girls who have suffered or are suffering from urinary tract infections, you know how debilitating it could be. I'm pretty sure I would start attacking people if I constantly had to battle with something like this, which is awful. So, this is a great support mechanism, and it could actually help you during it as well. I'm looking for my new product that I wanted to show you. Let me see. I will find it. It's such a mess. Okay, let's see. I think it is, or it should be right here. Here. This is an um, interesting. It is a chamomile derived supplement for your calm and relaxation and emotional resilience. So, we all have heard when, we're going through something, drink or make yourself some chamomile tea. It's an excellent addition, but think concentrated. So, it is the same thing. It is derived from chamomile tea. It also has an added L-theanine and magnesium to it. So, chef's kiss, couldn't come up with a better combo. Check it out. And this is to help you sleep, relax, and stress. So if you are already there, you're losing it, this is one of the cool ways to help support you. Okay, top 5 questions we got was, can saffron really help with mood? Yes, studies show that it can be as effective as a low dose antidepressant without the side effects. Um, why does cortisol mess with your emotions? So when cortisol stays high, it overstimulates your nervous system, making you anxious and irritable, almost overstimulated. If you've ever had small children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What is epigenine and how is it different from melatonin? Great question. Epigenine, which I have highlighted right now, calms you down without making you sleepy. It's great for daytime stress. Melatonin is a sedative. The good thing to remember about melatonin is that it may help you go to sleep, but it won't help you stay asleep. So that's what a lot of people complain about, not realizing that the mechanism is there to help you fall asleep, but it's not there to keep you asleep. And Epigenin, the one I have highlighted right now, is great to help during the day. Can emotional symptoms be my only sign of perimenopause? Absolutely. What many people don't realize that mood is often the first sign of shifting hormones. So there is something happening underneath the hood to cause that irritability, to cause those mood swings. So it's not all in your head. Is cranberry helpful for more than UTIs? Yes, absolutely. Comfort down there supports overall emotional wellness and self esteem. We introduced a couple of lives back, a bonus segment, what the experts are saying. And before we run out of time, I want to make sure I go through it today. So, what are the experts saying? Before we wrap up, I always like to leave you with thoughts from trusted voices in wellness. These aren't sponsored, just women and experts I follow, respect, and learn from. And of course, I don't gatekeep, I share it with you. So if you're on your own wellness journey, here's a couple of people who are worth checking out. And of course, I always encourage you, get in the chat and share with us your experience and what people perhaps you follow and admire. So Marie Claire Javier, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, OBGYN, and she's the founder of Galveston Diet. So perimenopause, nutrition, and inflammation, and this is her take on it. Perimenopause is real. And inflammation plays a huge role in it. What we eat, how we move, and the supplements we take can either support our hormones or fight them. She recommends omega-3s, magnesium, D3K2, and adaptogens like ashwagandha for stress regulation, which is awesome. I'm going to put her name And then I will put her recommendation in the chat so you guys can check out. Do, 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 do. Oh, today is such a messy day. And she has a book. It's called The Galveston Diet. You guys can check it out. Again, this is not sponsored. I just feel there's no gatekeeping info from you. I want you to know what I know. Next is perimenopause. Next is, Mindy Pelt from Functional Health and Fasting Educator. She talks about hormone cycling, energy, and mood. She says women's hormones shift week to week, not month to month. Supporting them requires awareness, intentional fasting, and supplement outlines that change with cycle. So she recommends DHEA if needed, magnesium, and saffron during PMS windows. All of these products are in the lineup. I may have not have time to mention each one, but I made sure you have them. So go through the lineup. You can check them out according to the recommendation of Dr. Mindy Peltz. And of course, she recommends DHEA, magnesium, saffron during the PMS windows, which is interesting because, like I said, saffron helps not overeat, the emotional eating. Next, her book is called Fast Like a Girl. Great book. Check it out. If you wanted to try fasting, this is where I would start. Next, Alita Vitti. She's a hormone expert and she's creator of the Flow Living. So, cycle syncing and mood. She says that your mood swings aren't random. Each hormone phase brings a new strength and a new need. Supporting your body with key nutrients in the right time changes everything. She recommends a B complex, iron, and mood balancing herbs like saffron. Do you see the common theme here? Saffron seems to be coming up everywhere. This is interesting. Her book is called Woman Code, and she says B complex, iron, and saffron. B complex, B complex, iron, and mood balancing like saffron. We have all of them in the lineup. So if you'd like to follow Elisa's recommendations, please do check out the carousel. Next is Sharon McLeod, MD. She is the surgeon turned menopause wellness advocate. So you see, we have women surgeons that have been ignored as well, that are also turning and now have a platform where they speak for us. And she's a menopause wellness advocate. So she talks about menopause, weight gain, and confidence. And this is what she says: we need to normalize conversations about hormone shifts, and give women tools to manage symptoms naturally before jumping to prescriptions. I love that. She recommends magnesium, collagen peptides, and omega 3 to support metabolism, mood, and skin health. How interesting. Guess what I have in the lineup for you today? Magnesium, collagen peptides, and omega 3s. Okay, and again, her recommendation. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. By the way, and her podcast is called Mindful Med Talk. By the way, as many bodies as we have, that's how unique each one is. So sometimes something that may really, really work for one person may not work for another. I do not want you to be discouraged. This is why I give you so much information. I just gave you so many different protocols, so many different routines you can try and incorporate, right? Because we are all different. It's not because one is wrong and the other one is right. It's because one has worked for some people, another one has worked for others. Dr. Jolene Breitner, a board certified NMD women's health specialist. She says post birth control syndrome and PMS hormones. She says so many women are told their symptoms are just hormones and dismissed. What did I say in the beginning of this live? But mood swings, acne, bloating, they all have roots and inflammation and nutrient gaps. She recommends DIM, B12, saffron, and antioxidant blends like resveratrol. So all of which I have in the carousel. Here is her protocol and what she recommends taking. Ding, 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 ding. And her book is called Is This Normal? How cool is that? Okay, so I always say your body isn't broken. It just needs better instructions. These women have been a huge part of my learning journey and getting to know my own body. If you're into books, if you're into podcasts, or following experts who keep it real about hormones, stress, and energy, I definitely recommend looking these women up. They are awesome. They have had a tremendous effect in my life and understanding of who I am as a woman. And I think they can help many other people. So let me know if you'd like more information for the next time. If you guys enjoyed this segment, I have a couple of other products linked in, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown before we turn in for the night. So I found some natural sleep capsules that we offer with melatonin, valerian, magnesium, and L-theanine. You'll find sleep in the name. Let's see. I think we've spoken everything. L-theanine, a gentle mood stabilizer that works with or without sleep aids. And of course, we talked about epigenim, which is derived from chamomile, and it's non-drowsy calm for daytime or part of your evening wind down. Okay, I think we actually covered everything. I'm so excited. I hope you loved my segment with our beautiful knowledge, what the experts are saying. That's a wrap for today's Women Health Live. We talked about perimenopause, we talked about hormone shift, we talked about mood, energy, and ways to feel like yourself naturally. Everything I showed and talked about today is right in the carousel below. Now is a great time to try a few that resonate, and don't forget to follow Nutraharmony store so you can stay in the know and you can be notified next time we go live. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, if you have an idea of how to call our little community, because right now it is wellness and wisdom, but I'd love to know your take on it. I'll be asking every live until I get a cool suggestion. So, ladies, I love you. Girl, women, all the way. I am wishing you calm, confidence, and great sleep tonight. I'm also hopeful that you take care of each other and yourself. Love you. And this was Juliana with Nutra Harmony Life.